It's Luke Howard Live! Thank you! Round of applause! Woo! 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 Thank you so much. Thank you for the great, fantastic round of applause. Thank you very, very much. It's great to have your company today, as always, on Britain's Brightest Best Radio Show. And we're going to kickstart the week in style today, because we've got lots to talk about on the show today. Because I want to talk about the new drama that started last week. I want to talk about lots of things, so we'll get to that in a minute. But first, I hope you're all well, hope you're all raring to go. It's a brand new week on the one and the only show on Luke Howard Live and Michael Walker Live as well. I'm sure you all saw his shows he did over the weekend. They were absolutely brilliant. He's going to be back on Friday, but he does do other shows, like he's doing I Do My Neighbour's Garden show, which is on Tuesday, so do watch out for that one. Tomorrow. My name's Luke Howard, and for those of you who haven't got a clue who I am, I present the radio show 4 days a week, Monday to Thursday, from 12:30 to 1:15, but obviously it's been recorded and it comes out around about that time. I much prefer to record it than do it live, and then put it out around about 12:30, and yeah, so that's what I prefer to do, which is absolutely fine with me. And yeah, so it's a brand new week, lots of things to look forward to this week on the one and the only show, Britain's Brightest Best Radio Show. Lots of great things to look forward to as we move swiftly through the week. We've got lots of interesting things, but I'm actually going to not tell you what's going on, because we've got lots of great exciting things to look forward to on one and the only show, Luke Howard Live, which I love doing. And yeah, so how was your weekend, people? Hope everyone had a nice weekend. I had a great weekend. I went for a nice socially distant walk with my best mate, of course, Michael, yesterday. And I went on a nice walk over the fields in the middle of nowhere early this morning. So I've been doing lots of great things over the weekend. How was your weekend? I must tell you how you can all get in touch with the show now. So let's get to that, and let's also get to what's coming up today. We're going to be. You have to get in touch. It's GaryJHoward68@hotmail.com, and the other email, which is 345-457@student.hrc.ac.uk. You can also get in touch with Michael as well for his show. His email is 34477@student.hrc.ac.uk, and there's his other email as well, which is mdwalker2002@icloud.com. Great ways to get in touch with the show. Now, coming up today then, we're talking about COVID once again. I know COVID once again, but a bit different, because I want to talk about burning through about 500,000 smackers a day, which is 500,000 quid a day. Oh, it's the 22nd of February, by the way. Monday the 22nd of February is the date today. Anyway, so that's what, that's that. And then we're also going to talk about the Muppets. We're going to talk a little bit about films, I think, on the show, getting the film spirit, which is, it's going to be adding content warning over negative stereotypes. That sounds interesting, so we'll get to know a little bit about that later on. And we're also going to, I think, kickstart, we're talking about the new drama, It's a Sin, which is what I do want to talk about. Actually, let's talk about It's a Sin now. Should we talk about this now, and then talk about the Muppets after, and sort of make our way down, sort of thing. So I think that's what we're going to do now. Okay, that's what we've got coming up today. Okay, so we're going to kickstart now then with talking about, of course, as I just said, the It's a Sin programme, which started, actually, I think, was it last week it started? Very good drama. It's a fantastic drama, and we're actually going to talk about the real Sin, not the actual real Sin. The woman who cared is what we're going to start off by talking about today. Very interesting when I read this story, when I came in this morning. I read it up this morning, Very interesting story. So we're going to start off by talking about this now. So we're going to talk about that now because it's very interesting. And it's a hit television drama. I mean, it's an amazing program, and it's to do with a group of friends who met back in the 80s. And it's a very interesting show. It's a crisis, effectively, the lives apparently of a group of friends. They all met in the 80s. Now, Russell T Davies, he created this Channel 4 series, and it describes it as, I think it's a story of friends, lovers, and families too. And it's Jill and the girl who loves them as well. And it's to do with helping them and cleverness them for the battles to come. Now, they all used the hashtag, which is #BeMoreJill on Twitter. And it was encouraging the sharing of stories, the real life, and of course, it was the women who helped friends and strangers who were also affected by AIDS. AIDS is a disease that we're going to talk about, which is terrible. But so we're going to go more into details about this program because Lisa Power, the former policy director of the Terence Higgins Trust and the co-founder of LGBT, it was the Rights Campaign Stonewall apparently, and it was all hired by Davis to. We're going to talk more about this program because it's a very interesting program, and it's the fact and the check of the series, and it also says that the role of women at the Times needs greater recognition. Now, alongside all the gay men, of course, who rushed to create more supportive series, worthy lesbians like me, she said, and women who were nurses or involved in health support, and those who were so angry, they were angry at what was happening to their friends. And she also recalled that they were also straight women and friends and straight women in families as well. Now, the carer, let's talk about the carer because Michelle Clayford, she now works for a computer film, but in the 1980s and computer firm, but in the 80s and the 90s she worked for charities and organisations focusing on HIV and the prevention of a sexually transmitted infection charity. Okay, well let's talk a little bit more about this, and then we'll move on to another story because I want to talk about the Muppets in a minute. But the only person who knew she was on that one, Daughters, was that she had an agreement that she would never mention why she was there, and she also thought that she was just seen as somebody who was a friend. I think I want to leave that story there, to be honest with you, because I want to move on from that story now and talk about another story, the Muppets. Let's talk about a lighter story now, the Muppets, of course. It's Disney. It's been adding content warning over negative stereotypes, apparently. So let's talk about this. Let's move on from that story, because I didn't really want to talk about that, really. But it's a plus, and it's added a content warning from the beginning of 18 episodes on The Muppet Show, which started streaming on a platform on Friday just gone. Now, it included negative disruptions and or mistreatment of people of cultures. It also meant that the stereotypes were wrong, and then it also went wrong now as well. And the disclaimer has been added to each of the episodes of different reasons, including one where Johnny Cash sings in front of the Condescension flag. Now, the Condescension was a group of southern states, and it was fought to keep slavery during the US Civil War, and it was all as a flag, and it was seen as a symbol of racism by many, apparently. And Disney's disclaimer added that rather than removing this content, we want to acknowledge its harmful impact, and of course learn from it and spark convention of create a more inclusive future together. Now, I must talk about a bit more about this, because the advisory note came under several months of reverberation around films and TV programmes which could be considered offensive by the standards of today. The reassessment of the content was actually promoted by a Black Lives Matter protest last summer, and has sparked debate around programmes with films ranging from Fawlty Towers, Gone with the Wind, Fawlty Towers wasn't actually a film. Fawlty Towers was actually a TV series, which I absolutely loved. Oh, the German episode. Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah. And Gone with the Wind, Little Britain, and Bro Selector as well. But the 18 episodes of The Muppet Show was with warning that it had been picked out from the 5 series of the Jim Henson's series, which was a big hit in the 70s and 80s, and starred Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy as well. And aside from Cash, other apparently guest hosts of the episode's questions included Steve Martin, Cleo Lang, Spike Milligan, Debbie Harry, and of course Kenny Rogers as well. Now, according to the LA Times, the warning has been referring to negative descriptions of people from the other, including Native Americans and those from the Middle East as well. And the publication also notes that 2 episodes from the final season were left out entirely, and it was also features Chris Langan, who was a writer on the show and stepped into host after a celebrity guest did pull out. The actor, he went on to star in the thick of it, and it was also sentenced to 10 months in prison from 2007 for downloading innocent videos of children from the internet. Now, disclaimer warnings have previously been added to the Disney films such as Aladdin, Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, The Jungle Book, The Alligators, The Aristocrats, and The Dumbo as well. The Disney Stories Master website offers several of the films above what I've been talking about as examples of films that feel unique and require a disclaimer and the reasons why, but it's no reference for the Muppets as yet. Okay, we'll leave that one there. Oh, I must say, there's going to be an announcement tonight at 7 o'clock. Can we talk a little bit more? Can we talk a bit about that, can we? Should we talk a little bit about that on the thing? Let's have a quick look quickly, because I just want to see if there's been anything on the internet about the... No, there's nothing at the moment, but I know there's going to be an announcement tonight at 7 o'clock. Do watch it, and then we'll all know by tomorrow about what's going to be happening, of course. So hopefully it's all going to be good because they're hopefully going to be using this sort of stuff hopefully very, very soon. Right, okay, so we are burning through about 500,000 quid a day apparently of COVID lockdown. They're going on about here or something, but a lockdown has been costing budget for gym franchise Pure Gym hundreds of thousands of pounds a day, and they're all burning about, I think, 500,000 quid a day, and it's all the average over 8 months apparently. Am I right? Of the closure? Yeah. And Humphrey Colville told a news programme that it had meant about 120 million of costs with no revenue of its 275 gyms, and he's all among the business leaders who will carefully study Prime Minister Boris Johnson's plan to reopen the economy. Now, it will all show his finalised roadmap, of course, as I said, tonight at 7 o'clock, leading a news conference at 7 tonight, and it's all speculated the business are branded. We found it! Yay, we found the boat! We finally found a story about it, because all it's speculated about businesses branded as non-essential may not open until late as May. Blimey, that's ages away yet. That's a long time away, you know. May is a long time. But it's all been brutally tough, apparently, but during the period under lockdown, apparently. Now, salaries have said that the businesses have still been paying some staff costs, such as pension contributors, and has MSAs, sizable rent affairs. Now, they all said that it has been able to raise funds from investors, which has helped the business survive. And he's also insisted that his business is not ready to reopen safely. The sooner, the better, apparently, within safe operating and prudential for us, he said. They could all make a massive contribution to the health of our nation as well. Now, they all said that his and other firms have learned that the half they will get the government's plans can all come late and can be charged as well. They've all learned over the last year not to make too many expressions. And Ralph Ferroni, the chief executive of the pub chain Marston's, he said that he would also like to see a route out of the restrictions for pubs like his that mean operating as a loss. Now, for many more businesses, operating with restrictions are very difficult. I mean, some places have stayed open if they sell food, and some places have stayed open, just to help out. But the severity of lockdown for pubs means that, sadly, it's investable that some pubs will not be able to reopen as well. Now, the sector had no income for 9 months, and they're all still incurring costs, and there are economic reasons to reopen pubs as well as social ones. And he also said the industry employs millions of people, and Marston's generates about 500 million of the year for the government, including direct and index taxes, apparently, as well. So that sounds interesting. Okay, well, let's leave that one there. There's no national days today, by the way, which is a shame, but if there will be some tomorrow, so we'll give some more national days out on tomorrow's show. Okay, so the time now. It is just gone 1:45, and it's great to have your company today. Sit back, relax, enjoy Britain's brightest best radio show, because we've got lots more to come, including just chatting away, and that's it really. So enjoy the show, make yourselves a cuppa, make yourselves lunch, and enjoy Britain's brightest best radio show, because I'm here 4 days a week. And next week, and then I think hopefully on the week of the 8th, we're going to be getting our Saturday shows back to normal. So it'll all be back to normal, because there is a plan, because there is going to be a plan. In 2 weeks' time, when hopefully things go back to normal for the schools and colleges and that, and if we do go back, we are going to be doing Saturdays and Sundays. So I will be on Saturdays, and Michael will be on Sundays. So do join us for that in a few weeks' time. How exciting! Time for some music! Woo! Music! Oh, do get in touch with the show. Oh, Jamie now from Buckinghamshire, she's got in touch with the show to say, Luke, the show's fantastic. You play great tunes. I enjoy the show as I watch my lunch and as I have my lunch for all the time. You and Michael do brighten up my days. Thank you for that wonderful message. How amazing! How amazing! Amazing. Okay, so music time.